Every now and again, I like to take a look at some of the craziest, wackiest, or downright weirdest Easter eggs in video games, and today's batch of strange Easter eggs may just be the weirdest yet. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at 10 video game Easter eggs that will almost certainly leave you thinking, what the? As always, if you think you know of an Easter egg that would have been perfect for this video, then the best place to let me know is in the comments section or on my social media accounts, the links to which are in the description. Oh, and if you do go on to enjoy this video, then subscribing, turning notifications on, or leaving a like is hugely appreciated. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. So first up, let's take a look at another dancing robot. In my last WTF Easter egg video, we discovered a robot performing the Macarena in System Shock 2. Well, it seems that the classic dance that shot to fame in the 90s thanks to the song of the same name is popular in the robot world too. In Sin Gold Edition, if you load up the training level, you'll come across a robot behind a red barrier. The little guy is actually pretty helpful, as the first thing you see him do is fix a broken light. Well, you know what they say, right? All work and no play makes a robot a dull robot? Anyway, if you press the same button that I do, the robot will do this. So just like the robot in System Shock 2, the robot in Sin performs the Macarena. Perhaps all video game robots get together at Christmas or something and bust shapes until their batteries run out, who knows. Sticking with the disco theme now, this time in Just Cause 3. Over the years, the Just Cause series has provided us with some of the craziest Easter eggs in video games, but this one left me very confused. In the southern area of the map, you can find a small disco underway with a very enthusiastic guest. So one half of me would be pretty scared to see someone doing this while dressed like that on the dance floor. But then the other half of me would have to respect the man's willingness to just let go and vibe. Up next is a pretty creepy Easter egg from the yet to be released Postal 4 No Regrets. As was the case with the Just Cause series, the Postal series has provided us with some equally strange Easter eggs over the years. I mean, who can forget the zombie bookcase that could be woken from the dead after weeing on its grave? And there's a sentence I never thought I'd have to say. Well, in the alpha version of Postal 4, if you head to one of the hotel rooms, you can find this.
Hi. How you doing?
So here is the part where I attempt to explain what you've just seen, but come on, how do you explain this? It appears to be some sort of ritual, but that's as far as I'm willing to guess on this one. So it's not uncommon for developers to sneak some pictures into a game. It could be a picture of a pet, a loved one, or even themselves. But I can count on one hand how many games I've played that hide away a picture of an infamous dictator. Step right up, Rise of the Triad. The 2013 FPS, which was a remake of the classic Rise of the Triad Dark War, was a throwback to classic FPS games of the 90s, but was covered in a modern day game gloss. As you'd expect from a game based on a game that released in 1995, Rise of the Triad is full of hidden rooms and secret areas to find. And it's one of these secret areas we can find a very disturbing sight. On the fourth mission, if you push the button that I do, a room will open revealing something you will never be able to unsee.
a sudden urge to hop something. Anything. This will put a smile on anyone's face.
So this strapping young man is Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea. You've probably guessed it, but that's not Kim Jong-un's real body, though I bet that's what he tells the people of North Korea. Speaking of developers sneaking themselves into their games, Serious Sam: The Second Encounter is probably the most unsettling example of that I can think of. In the game's very first level, you can find a wall coloured slightly different to the others. If you take a rocket launcher and blow the wall up, this will happen.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello.
So these strange looking people, I guess, are the guys and girls that worked on Serious Sam: The Second Encounter. Unfortunately, to see the rest of the Easter egg, we need to take care of them, otherwise they won't leave us alone. After dealing with that problem, head into the hole you blew up to witness one final dev appear.
Thank you. You're too much. Okay, my name is Admir, and I will be your host tonight in this secret Hall of Fame. I'm sure you'll have a splendid time here, so please take a seat at any of our 3 tables. Or if you're perhaps having trouble locating one because of the outstanding crowd, feel free to position yourself anywhere on our beautifully furnished marble floor. Before we begin, I would just like to present you with a short thesis on recursive polygon installation algorithms for modern 3D object modeling software. I'm sure it won't take more than 4 to 5 hours.
Ouch! Oh!
On to another secret room now, though this one is a little more sordid. Shadow Warrior was made using the Build engine, the same engine used for the likes of Duke Nukem 3D and Blood. And just like those games, Shadow Warrior has a pretty rude sense of humour. Take this Easter egg for example. On the game's first level, you can find this.
Ancient Chinese secret.
So I'm not sure what the purpose of this room was, and if I'm honest, I'm not sure I want to find out. Now that Game of Thrones has finished, it's easy to forget just how popular the fantasy TV series was. Not only was it being watched by millions of people all over the world, but it was constantly getting referenced in video games too. Most of the time it was a reference to the iconic Iron Throne, and that's exactly what this next Easter egg references. Sort of. In the Saints Row 4 expansion, Enter the Dominatrix, your hunt for the aforementioned Dominatrix leads you to seek out a man called Dom who has chosen a unique looking chair to rest on. Oh, and YouTube, I know you're watching, I'm carrying a very large balloon in this clip. You know, the ones that can be shaped into animals and stuff? Please don't demonetize me.
Oh, God, he's in a dick chair. Hey there, your Domness. Moment of your time?
The Dom recognizes the smartly dressed newcomer.
Oh, hi, yeah. So I need to see the...
So Dom is sitting on a throne that looks very similar to the Iron Throne, though there is one big difference that I can't quite put my finger on. Moving quickly on. So in a video that has so far featured dancing robots, strange rituals and half-naked dictators who may or may not be dead, Bigfoot is a bit on the tame side. 2014's The Crew was Ubisoft's attempt to enter the racing game market, and its main selling point was its size. The Crew boasted a gigantic map to race around, a shrunken down version of the United States to be exact, and it's been said that it would take you 45 minutes to drive from coast to coast in game. Well, in a game world that big, there was always going to be secrets tucked away, though this one can be found walking right out in the open.
I like it.
So the final Easter egg in today's video is only accessible if you use cheats. You know those things that used to exist before DLC became a thing? In 1999's Half-Life Opposing Force, you took on the role of Adam Shepard, who was sent to clean up the mess at Black Mesa. It's not too long before Adam finds himself up against overwhelming odds, and what better way to even those odds than with one of these. So opening the console and entering GiveWeapon_Penguin will provide you with some feathered friends that just so happen to have grenades strapped to their backs. I make that 1-0 to the good guys. Actually, I don't think Shepard's a good guy. 1-0 to the bad guys then? So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, then a like is really appreciated. If you're a fan of Easter eggs and secrets in games, as well as the small details that you may not have noticed in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. A big thank you for watching and making it this far, and I will speak to you all soon.